Of 41-0, 146-20 overall. The Maryville semi-state winner, two-time sectional champion, a one-time semi-state champion, has been to the state finals a couple of other times, won the Duneland Athletic Conference title, and will wrestle at Northwestern University next year. He'll take on Drew Graber of Northridge. Scott Giddens, the head coach, the senior, 43-0, 117-29 overall. He won the Fort Wayne semi-state, a couple of sectional championships, a couple of regional championships, a three-time state qualifier. Second last year at 171. Academic All-State honorable mention, has signed to wrestle for the Cleveland State Vikings next year. And Drew wants to let everyone know that he loves his mom. That's a good boy.
Well, they're in a stalemate situation. Shrewsbury took second last year at 189, and Graber took second at 171. So one of the two are going to go home with the state championship.
Shrewsbury also seventh in 2007, so he has punched his ticket to Conseco a couple of times over the last few years.
Both filling each other out. Shrewsbury is trying to do a snap down, which he's had some success with, to a front headlock. He'd like to snap him back down or reach through and catch that far ankle or catch one of his ankles.
84-0 between the two on this season.
Now he reached through for cross ankle pick out of that front headlock, and he almost caught it.
Some 260 wins between them, combined for 49 losses. 4 sectional championships, 4 regional championships. 6-time state qualifiers between the two. Two great wrestlers at 189.
Almost got the cross pick again. Shrewsbury is very comfortable in a front headlock, and he, instead of snapping down, he likes to actually stay on his feet and try to get Graber out of position so he can reach across. If he could get that cross pick, he'd have a pinning combination when they finished. But neither wrestler has come close really to scoring a takedown.
It's a quick first period, moving on to the second period with no score.
Graber wins a flip and he defers. Shrewsbury takes down. I don't know, that's a different coaching philosophy, but I tend to think it's always best to take down in this situation and score the first point if you can, Mark. But I'm sure these coaches have worked out their strategies.
I think most would trust your judgment, Coach. You've kind of proven yourself over the years. You have some hardware at Evansville Rights to show for it, huh?
Oh, modern day. Don't do that.
Just seeing if you were listed. Just seeing if you were listed.
Rights has done very well this weekend, and they made us better because we've had to fight so hard to get better. Shrewsbury with a reversal. Nice move.
Let's go, Drew. Get that point back.
I don't think people have a full appreciation for the rivalries that exist between the schools in Evansville because, you know, you're located down there in the Pocket City, but boy, it's a healthy one. A lot of mutual respect, and I would imagine whether it's football, volleyball, whatever Modern Day and Rights or Memorial or Bossy or whoever gets together, probably don't have any trouble selling tickets.
No, it's really it's a great rivalry, but you know, at this level, I think everyone from whatever pocket or corner of the state, you're rooting for anyone from your area or from your semi-state to do well. And I'll tell you, the Maryville semi-state is doing pretty well today.
Yep. One thing I do miss about the multi-class basketball system from my days doing radio in Terre Haute was the opportunity to go down to Roberts Stadium every other year and do the semi-state in basketball. That was a great venue, and saw some great basketball games and some outstanding talent flow through there.
It's a nice move by Graber off the whistle. He stood up and got his escape. Yes, and you know, Mark, the Evansville semi-state is held at Roberts Stadium, and it is a great venue, as you mentioned. And it's a good prelude to wrestling right here in the heart of Indiana.
Don't we? And we belabor the point perhaps, and people get tired of hearing it, but I just the facilities we have to compete these state championships in are just absolutely unbelievable.
Well, it's a great honor to wrestle for a state title, but it's also great, nice snap down by Shrewsbury for the takedown with 9 seconds left.
Score 2-1, 4-1 now we should say.
But it's a great atmosphere to compete in, and it's something that every wrestler in the state shoots for.
Shrewsbury up 4-1 as we get ready to go to the third quarter. And you mentioned the third period, we should say. You mentioned earlier, you referenced Bobby Cox, the IHSAA assistant commissioner, and having dealt with him over the past few years, he and all of the commissioners that are in charge in the respective tournaments, they run these things like a well-oiled machine. The thing I like about it is they put the athletes first.
They do, and the IHSAA does a great job with really all the sports, but to allow these guys, I mean, they've worked with the Coaches Association. We've got 2 finals, individual and team in wrestling. The work they've done with football and the class system, and of course they listen to the coaches and they try to incorporate best they can, but they also give us a quality tournament series that every athlete in Indiana can compete in.
Coach, I think this sport, probably the Indiana Wrestling Coaches Association, is as heavily involved in the planning and the facilitation of this championship as perhaps any other sport in the state.
Well, you're probably right, because it takes a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
There are different schools that put it on. You see the Center Grove mats out here, and I'm not sure the identity of the other mat, but these schools, they really contribute, and anyone around this area that's asked to help does help.
4-2 your score now. Shrewsbury from Crown Point in the lead. Drew Graber from Northridge. Both of these wrestlers are unbeaten.
Shrewsbury is ranked #1 in the state, and Graber is ranked #3. So
escape there with a point. For Graber, it's 4-3 now with under a minute to go in the final period.
And I have to believe this is where Shrewsbury likes to be, out in front with a front headlock. And don't be surprised you see him reach across and catch that cross ankle underneath Graber's body. When he steps up, you'll see him step. Now he did the spin. And Graber fall through it. So Shrewsbury's not going to be in any hurry to do anything except protect that 1-point lead.
25 seconds left in the period. Step outside of the boundaries.
Look for Graber to make a shot now, and Shrewsbury's going to be ready, and he'll try to snap Graber's head down, and it's awfully hard to get into Shrewsbury's legs. He's got a great sprawl. He's got a front headlock. Now he may try to score here. He might just try to ride out a victory.
Down to 10.
He's got the head inside. He's in great position just to.
Down to 5, rides him right down to the mat, and that's going to put the wraps on it.
Well, Graber did what he had to do to try to score, try to make something happen, but Shrewsbury is just too good.
Marcus Shrewsbury. Finishes the season unbeaten. Crown Point with their 3rd state champion of today.
Finishing 8th from Rensselaer Central, Randy Kaufman. Our 7th place finisher, Warren Central's Michael Johnson Jones. Finishing 6th, Andrew Leach of Avon. 5th place goes to Nick Hodges of Southmont. Finishing 4th from East Central High School, Andrew Dalton. 3rd place in a great season for Indian Creek sophomore Aaron Stevenson. Runner-up at 189, Northridge High School's Drew Graber. And our undefeated 189-pound state champion from Crown Point High School, Marcus Shrewsbury.
Congratulations to Marcus Shrewsbury of Crown Point.